Nope.
What is up, you guys? It's James from James's Reptiles, and in today's video we're going to be talking about breeding loans, and we'll touch a little bit on genetics. It's just, I want to go over, the different aspects of breeding loans and why they're important, and just kind of help you decide whether you want to do one or not. So let's hop right into it. So first, why would you want to do a breeding loan? So breeding loans are important if you're getting started and you don't have a lot of money to invest, if the animal you want is hard to come by, or if maybe you bought a pair and something happens to one of them and someone locally or even far away has one that might fit yours via gender or same species or what have you. So reasons you might want to do a breeding loan. Let's talk about my case, for example. So I had a black knight eclipse who actually proved out to be a snow, and I only had one female leopard gecko I was willing to breed them to this year, just for genetic wise. I didn't want to mix anything up, and I didn't really have the money to buy another one. I had just bought a black knight, right? So I had them, and I had the pair, and my buddy Trent goes, "Hey, I have an eclipse. If you want to breed them, we can split the babies." And I said, my animal's way more expensive, granted, yes. If I can, essentially take my gecko and have another whole half a year worth of eggs out of him, I'd be pretty down with that. So here we have a 50% black knight cross eclipse. It's possible snow. We're waiting to see some other babies come out. Snow eclipses aren't usually super white. It's kind of weird how they work out. But this is a female. She's beautiful. She's definitely an eclipse, and she's definitely darker than most eclipses when they come out. Beautiful animal here. So in this case, it works out really well. I know Trent, he's an awesome guy. One thing I'd recommend, of course, going along hand in hand with that, is if you don't trust the person, don't give them your animal. If you don't know anyone reputable, I would not do a breeding loan with anyone who I didn't really know. And for that fact, I try not to, just because some people are weird. Animals can die in transit, they can die in other people's care. You just honestly never know. Typically what I do is, if I don't have a pair and I don't go out of my way to make a breeding loan happen, I either wait till I can get whatever else I need, or it just happens to stay a pet for a while. And that works for me. I don't have to really trust anyone. I put all my faith in myself. But that being said, I'm possibly missing out on opportunities. If I didn't have this one, I wouldn't have any black knight eclipse babies this year, and I'm going to end up having 2 or 3, which is pretty awesome because they sell for a lot of money. And it just works out in my favor that way. Now, some people do do breeding loans. It's kind of hard. If you need to do a breeding loan, you're probably fairly new. If you're probably fairly new, you don't really want to ship. So that's one of the reasons breeding loans don't happen that often. There are some situations where really high-end breeders will do breeding loans, just if a gene's really new or something like that. But for the most case, most people don't. I know my buddy Armando does with some of his dry Marcon, just because they're very rare species, and you want to outcross them as much as possible to other ones, because you can't readily catch new lineage, and there's such a small pool in the hobby. So that might be another reason you want to do it. Reasons to stay away from it. Like I said, the animal could die, the person could be untrustworthy. You lose half the profit potentially. If you have a snake and someone else has the other snake, you're usually going to end up splitting the clutch 50-50, right? Depending on who does all the work and all that, and how you work it out, because it is just case by case. You end up splitting it 50-50, so I have to split this with Trent. So Trent's going to have also 2 or 3 possible snow black knight eclipse outcrosses, which is, it's good for me because I get a couple, but it's bad for me because now Trent has a couple. So basically what that does is, someone else on the market has the exact same thing I do at the exact same time. He's at the same place as I am, so that's going to bring prices down, and it's going to take away the rarity and the awesomeness of the animal that I have. And that's all said and good, but he's probably going to breed him again next year, and I'm probably going to end up just selling mine off. depending if it's a female, I might put her back with the male next year. If I can get a snow, I'll put her with Apex, because at this point we know Apex is a snow, Black Knight, Eclipse. So if I can get another snow, and next year I can produce, 75% Black Knight Outcross, Super Snow Eclipses, that would be badass. And of course next year when I have the 50% Black Knight Outcross, double het, Blizzard Eclipse, Snows, and Super Snows, then I can even produce a Super Snow, Black Knight Outcross, double visual Blizzard Eclipse, which at that point you would probably be able to tell, but it just kind of opens the world of possibilities to, hey, I wasn't able to do this, I wasn't able to complete this breeding this year, but because of someone else, because I'm willing to split the clutch or what have you, it may be possible for you to get that. So breeding loans are definitely something to consider. It's one of those things where they probably don't usually work out, but at the end of the day, it's worth considering. You never know what the possibilities are. Always go with someone you trust. The last thing you need is someone taking your animal or someone neglecting the care of your animal, especially if you're new in the hobby. That's the last thing you want. So anyways, I'm James Reptiles. I know this wasn't the longest video, but if you have any questions about breeding loans or anything like that, make sure to hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, jamesreptiles@gmail.com. I am getting a new camera soon. Hopefully the quality is a little bit better than this. I know it's definitely going to be nicer and newer than this. So hopefully I'll show you guys that. It might be the next video, but it's Memorial Day weekend, so probably not. In the next video, I do have some new ice pods and some other updates to fill you guys in on. So anyway, I'm James Reptiles. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that definitely helps out the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.